Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk about how I do my Hirst Arts molds, and the way I measure it out is I use a 2-to-1 ratio, and I use tough stone instead of hydrocal. Tough stone has some kind of fiber inside the powder, and it makes it pretty strong. It's stronger than hydrocal, which is pretty strong itself. Now what I do, I found a real simple way to measure things out, is I bought a set of measuring cups from Target. I think it was like $3, and I do a 2-to-1, two parts tough stone to 1 part water. So what I do is I measure out, I use this half a cup measuring cup, and I measure out water, put it in a little plastic cup, and then I take the double size, which is the full cup, and I measure tough stone, and then I put it in a plastic cup, and then I stir it up. I don't want to really show how I do it, because sometimes I make a mess and it bubbles up. And then I just stir it all up, and then I pour the mold. Alright, I poured the mold, and then what I've done is I put the molds on top of my old True Action electric football game. This acts as a pretty decent vibrating table. Gets the bubbles and the air stuff out. And in a moment I'm going to scrape the mold off and then let the mold sit. Now I've also put them in a red plastic tray, and then once it's kind of set a little bit, and I've scraped the mold, I put it elsewhere, and then I can do another set, and then it just keeps going. The final piece of the puzzle, and what I do after I pull the pieces out of the mold, I put them in a food dehydrator, and in the food dehydrator they'll dry and be ready to work in about maybe 2.5–3 hours, as opposed to 24 to 48 hours if you just let them air dry. And I want to thank Dennis Donovan for acquiring this food dehydrator for me, and it's really neat because it's got different levels, so you can sort the molds as you go along. So you can have all of, say, the floor molds, you can just sort them and put them in the top level, and then the next one you can just have all your wall sections. And I'm really happy with this, and this was one of the best acquisitions gaming wise I ever received. And a couple of things that I forgot to mention, once I mix up the tough stone and the water, and I stir it all up and it's pretty mixed, I put it on the electric football set for a little bit. It gets some air bubbles out right away, and then we put the molds when we pour it on top of the electric football, and that gets even more molds or more air bubbles out of the mold. And I forgot to mention, I didn't do the actual pouring and scraping, because there's an Australian guy he's got a YouTube channel called Rubbish In Rubbish Out that probably did the best Hirst Arts how-to molds ever. So you might want to check that out. And once again, thanks for watching. And if you like it, click like, thumbs up, and subscribe. And if you don't like it, shut up. Oh yeah, thanks for watching.